Good evening, everybody, and welcome to round 14 of the Hyperdrive Racing Series. It is Div 2 here on Saturday evening, and if you happened to catch the race last night in Div 3, you will know how much of a banger that was. Similarly to here, 3 championship contenders going at it, and we've got a similar situation going on here. The championship battle heating up between the 3 drivers of J Morris, Mars 935, and K5M5. We've got a brilliant race ahead of us today, and if yesterday's race is anything to go by, it is going to be utter chaos, especially with the safety car at the end of last race. It is looking to be short quality at the minute, as we do not have a full lobby, unlike yesterday's race. But that should not deter from the action one bit. We'll just get the stream shared to the Hyperdrive community so the drivers can tune in and look at what is going on stream, because it can help them in the race sometimes. Well, we await the start. 12 are checked in, so we are expecting another person. And then we shall get going. If you are in chat, do let me know you're here and who is tuning along. We have got all 3 of our championship contenders in here. So just to show you the championship picture, it is Jay Morris who leads the way with quite a big lead with only 3 rounds to go. He has got a 34-point gap over both K5M5 and Mars. They are both on exactly the same amount of points, both 34 points behind. So both of them, it is really a must-win race for them. They need to be outscoring Jay Morris today. And you get the feeling that if Jay Morris wins, then that might be championship over. But anything can happen around Jeddah, and it's not our driver's favourite track. There can be many incidents. Hello, Tiger Gamer. Hello, Tiger Gamer. Good to see you racing today, although you must be a bit devastated at the loss of your team principal, F1 Mad. But we now await the start. We should get going any time soon now, as I think nearly everybody is in. We're just waiting for Voltsy, who is just loading on to the game right now, he says. But it will be short quali. So 18-minute session to decide who will take pole. So they'll be going straight out the boxes, going quick straight away, no messing around. So I got honouring F1 Mad's name. Let's hope you don't do what he did last night and take a bunch of people out. But wish you luck, Tiger Gamer. We're just going to invite Boltsy and then we should get going. I do not have him added, so I'll have to wait for somebody else to. Once Boltsy is in, we will get racing. Well, like I said, this is a must-win race for K5 and Mars, but there are some other drivers who are extremely quick. We know how quick they are, and looking to spoil the championship party. Shocklade is on controller. He won't be as quick as he normally is, but Comic, Flov, and Tiger, expect them to be up there. They're one of the quickest in the div. Emu also has sometimes right up there, sometimes he crashes, but yeah, anything can happen. And we have got a few reserves tonight. Hardcase and Voltsy coming in from Div 3 to reserve for tonight. And you've also got your regulars of Fexin and Robot Reaction. Okay, 5 predictions for the amount of finishes. There were only 5 DNFs in yesterday's race. I'm just going to say 3, keep it safe. 2 go out because of a crash, and then 1 person crashes out by himself. That's my prediction. Obviously, I'd be very climactic if it was Jay Morris, but let's not go hoping anything. We're just waiting for Voltzy to join, having a few difficulties getting him into the lobby. J Morris, Mars, and K5 all DNFing. That would leave Ray for quite a shocking race victory. And we have finally got Bolton, so we should be readying up now. So we are readying up now, so we are going to get going. 18-minute session to decide who's on pole, and then a 50% race. And expect nothing short of drama here tonight. If Div 3 was anything to go by last night. So we are loading in, so we are ready to go for qualifying here around Saudi Arabia. Such a difficult track to get right, but if you nail it around here, you can produce a brilliant lap, like Jay Rise did yesterday for his lap. And the pole here yesterday was a 24.6, I'm pretty sure. Paul is still not readied up, so he will be not be Lax Mondrato, and Volta's left. Okay. Oh, sorry, not a 24.6. It must have been a 26.6. My bad. So Paul was a 26.6 yesterday, and let's see if anybody can beat that. But these are Div 2, so I do expect good times there. Oh, 26.7, just confirmed now. It was a 26.7 yesterday by J Rise. Also, K5, 20% chance of rain in a race. That is very interesting. Especially around a track like Saudi Arabia, that is. If it rains, then the drivers are screwed because they will have no practice whatsoever. We have got cars coming out though, and Flov is the first one of them to come out. Albeit he's been overtaken by the Haas of Taiyama. So a very on the edge track. If you nail up around here, then it is absolutely perfect. But if you make a mistake around here, you're most likely to end up in the barriers. Okay, if I pay for reverse comms. I mean, K5, you keep saying this, but it didn't really work at the tracks before, but I get what you wish for. So K5, obviously, like, the worst driver on the grid here. I mean, obviously, it's just no question. Like, he's absolutely terrible. Like, he's second in the championship, but he's just been bottling the last few races. So, and he's just got to bottle it here, too. He's going to get out of championship contention. Mars is going to overtake him. And he's just going to crash 5 times, I reckon. So, yeah, K5 out the championship mix. Meanwhile, we go to hard case, and we will take you through a lap of this Jeddah circuit. Anyone watching, make sure the audio is okay. You can turn it off if you want for this lap. But here we go. Hard case braking down into turn 1. The div 3 driver. Flicking it through. Misses the apex a little bit, then flicks it through turn 2. Just gets out okay. The car on the exit getting out the way nicely. Then flicking it left. Trying not to hit the barrier, but he does. Oh, and he's lucky not to rip his wing off there. I don't know how hard case is still going there. You normally rip your wheel off there, but we'll stick with Flav. He's still on a lap. Very close to the apex there, looking very hooked up through the first sector. First sector split already faster than what we saw yesterday, 32.1. Making his way around the hairpin, banking, trying to get on the power so early, gets it through nicely. Then swinging gently right, then gently left, then flicking it through, hard right, misses the apex a little, squirming on the exit, but still gets it through. Avoiding the curbs as much as you will, but now hugging the apexes through this left section. So long and arduous these turns, but then you got a difficult, making sure you hit the apex through his turn. Misses it a little, but still gets it through. Avoids the curb on the outside, making sure he does not beach himself. Then through this final sector, 2 flat out left-handers. Then into the final corner, making sure you don't do a Max Verstappen, braking hard into the final corner, gets it rotated nicely. You might get a bit of a slipstream towards the line as well. So Flav comes up to the line and will set his lap, which is a 27.4, 7 tenths off the best time set yesterday. But it is fastest for now. What is everybody else doing? Road Reaction been really out of form these last few races. What can he do coming up to the line? Road Reaction goes P2 with 27.8. Others now starting to cross the line. Hardcase pitted after his mistake. Fexing goes P3 with 27.9. Tiger Gamer will be next across the line, but that looks like he's backed off. I think he must have made an error on his lap. Mars is starting a lap now. The Alpine of Comic is also starting a lap. Who is the next on a lap? All the way back to K5M5, who is the next to finish a lap. He's only just gone through the hairpin. We'll sit with Ferrari, second in the championship. Tied on points with Mars. Really needs to beat Jay Morris this weekend if he wants to stay in the championship battle. And you would say if Jay Morris wins today, that is championship over. So K5 and Mars can't afford to be losing points to each other. So it's like a pretty well hooked up lap for K5M5 so far though. Gets it through a nice corner, getting close to a wall. This looks like a pretty neat lap from K5. Second in the championship. Can he go first in qualifying? No, he can't. By 12 milliseconds. He's just beaten by Flav, so K5 will have to go again if he wants to go top. Emu though, we know how quick this guy is in qualifying. Making his way around the final turn. Emu comes up to the line now. DRS deployed and will go fastest with a 27.1. Good lap there from Emu. 3 tenths faster than the nearest car. What have the rest got to say about that? Volts was on a lap, but he invalidated. He will not improve. Jay Morris is just starting a lap now. Comic, though. Last week's race winner got his first ever win in HDR. Comes up to the line now and will like to make it back-to-back wins. Oh, that's silly. That was very silly from Comic. And he's just invalidated by just trying to maximise the track pretty much. That was very silly from Comic. And that time would have put in P2, so unfortunate there from the Alpine. Bolt has gone for another lap. He's doing his on the mediums, interestingly. Oh, Volt's already invalidated again, so that wouldn't be good. Mars, though, goes P4. I don't think he'll be very happy with that lap. 5 tenths off the pace. We've got more people coming out for their second laps. Some still wanting to do... needing to finish their first. Shocklade on his lap in P11. We'll stick with... Oh, J. Morris backed off. So I think those are your first few laps of Q1. Shocklade is the only one yet to set a lap who is on a lap currently. 101.5, that seems a bit off the pace from Shocklade, but he is on controller. He said this many times. That, yeah, like you can see for his wheel movements, the controller is really costing him around Jeddah. Oh, nearly hit the barrier on the entry there. Goes a little wide, just about misses the barriers. Shocklade will come up to the line now. He will put his Alfa Romeo in P7, and yeah, that control pace shows you where he's at the moment. Tiger Gamer though, both Haas drivers going for laps again. This time Hardcase doesn't hit the barriers. Tiger getting it through nicely. A little wide into the hairpin, but he can cut back in and get a better exit. Weaving through left, right, then flinging right again. Nicely done for a chicane there, got right up against the apex. It was a good lap for Tiger Game so far. But if we get an Emu Flav front row, remember what happened in Austria between them. They took each other out, so that could get feisty between them two. If they remember what happened. Tiger unable to set a lap on his first run. This seems like a pretty neat lap from him on the second run, so here comes Tiger to the line. Looking to avenge his teammate who left yesterday after his poor driving standards. Tiger comes to the line, it's P2, good lap. Just 13 milliseconds behind Emu. Not anymore. Emu slightly improves. He goes 10 milliseconds faster, but every little helps. Emu does improve, and that's what matters. Hardcase also set a lap, which is only a 28.1. Got reactions on lap, but he has invalidated. Flav is starting a lap now, so we'll keep with the Alfa Romeo. DeVito, please curse Mars. Okay, well, Mars, he hasn't even come out for a lap. That's just how good he is. He just wants to give all the others a chance. He's just so good. And he's going to dominate the field. He wants to give J. Morris a chance, and he's just going to take the lead in the last few races of the championship, because that's how good he is. And he's going to storm the field, not going to crash whatsoever. And even with 10 safety cars, he'll still win by 50 seconds. There's your curse from Mars. Sorry, Mars, if you crashed in the race. You know, K5 starting lap, Flav still going 3 tenths up. Flav. Oh, but Jesus, sorry. Emu's time. I thought he just improved by 10 milliseconds. No, he improved by about 4 tenths, or 5 tenths even. That is a blistering lap from Emu, and Jay Riser's lap yesterday has been beaten. So Emu is on the pace at the minute, and it's going to take something really special to stop him. Flav is 3 tenths up, but he's 8 tenths down on Emu's time in general, so he's going to have to have a really good last sector if he wants any hope at beating it. Comic starting a lap now as well. Flav comes to the line. And it's a 26.8. It's not too far behind Emu, so Flav is not out of this fight yet. Just over a tenth behind the McLaren, so Flav could still put up a challenge. Meanwhile, K5M5 improving as well on his lap. Only a tenth though. We'll stick with Ferrari. I don't think he'd mind Emu taking pole. I think his concern is just Jay Morris not getting pole. Oh, that was close on a racing line from the Haas there. I don't know if it's enough to call it impeding, but K5 comes out the last corner now. Comes up to the line. Second place man in the championship will go P3. Jumps Tiger Gamer. Still 5 tenths behind Emu though, so Flov and Emu looks to be in a league of their own at the moment. Oh, what was that by Tiger? Spinning into the pit lane, and he also saved him there. Fexin is starting a lap now. Volt is on a lap, so we'll see what the Red Bull can do. One of two Div 3 drivers today, along with Hardcase. What can he do in the Red Bull? He qualified well yesterday, Volt. And he will go P6. Good effort there. Just behind his teammate Mars in the better div. So good effort there from Bolt. Comic started his lap a while ago, and he looks to be on a good lap. 59.9 for middle sector. And he will go P3. Just about jumps into the 27s, and Comic is in P3, last week's race winner. So good effort there from the Alpine. Meanwhile, Mars starting his lap now. He will not be happy with P6, especially with K5 in front of him. But J Morris, championship leader, hasn't set a lap and he's coming in again. J Morris can't hook it up. And if he wants to make a championship interesting, he's doing a good job at the minute. Because J Morris, he still has not set a lap. And that will give K5 and Mars a huge opportunity. But we will stick with Mars. What is he doing on his lap? Getting a bit squirmy out of the hairpin, but just makes it through okay. Winding his way through. 7 tenths up Mars. So he is on for a good lap. This could promote him up to P3 maybe. Let's see how his last sector fares. Right reaction starting lap now. These will be in final laps of Q3. Or his qualifying session even. Only 4.5 minutes left. Bit squirmy out the last turn, but still gets it through. Mars comes up to the line now and will put his Red Bull P4. 600ths behind Comic, and he's ahead of K5 crucially there. And I think that is his target, to be ahead of K5 for this race, if J Morris is nowhere near. Raw Reaction is on his lap now, 32.4, he's 10th down on his personal best. Hardcase also was on a lap, but he invalidated, so really struggling in this session, Hardcase. But yesterday's qualifying pole has been beaten. It was a 26.7 by Rise, but it's been beaten by Emu already, and this isn't even Emu's last run. Emu's about to start his last run now, so keep an eye on that to see if he can go any faster. We'll sit with Robot Reaction now to see if he can improve. Taking a very strange line through that turn. You need to really hog the inside if you want to gain time. Robot Reaction through the hairpin. And comes up to the line, really struggling this. Oh, he's pissing. Maybe he realised he wasn't going to improve and decides he needs another lap in the bag. Will Mars have time for another lap? It's going to be close. Meanwhile, Emu, is he going any faster? Yes, he is! Oh, sorry, that was a glitch. It said 5 tenths, but he's actually a half a tenth down in his first sector, but he still can find time, which means we'll improve. And if he improves this lap... Oh, he's backed out. So Emu is backed out. So we won't improve on this lap. But I'd rather get the feeling if Emu improves any further, that might be getting over, because he's already a tenth and a half ahead. But don't count out Flov or any other drivers behind. Tiger on an outlap as well. Bolt 2 and J Morris crucially also on an outlap. And he really needs to get a time on the board, because Mars and K5 in P4 and 5 will not make him very comfortable with the championship situation. But he's just trying to damage limitate, I think, for today. Making sure he doesn't do anything stupid, and he just needs to get some points on the board to maintain his championship lead. Oh, spectate J Morris, okay. I will spectate him for his lap, Devita. Emu has charged his battery back up to go for another lap. J Morris has got all the time and space in the world to do his lap. So here we go, championship leader, what can he do? This may be his only lap of qualifying. So he's got to make it count. It's either this or last. So J Morris really needs to nail this. He gets through first 3 turns, alright. Now into this technical section. How does he take it? Goes a little wide, but I think he just needs to get a lap on the board. Flicks it through a little too wide in these. Really hogged the inside there. Well, let's see his first sector split. 32.0, that's not bad, but he is still quite a bit down on Emu's time. We've got a car in front of him who will hope to get out of the way. Oh, and they do. Oh, that must have been distracting for him. I think that was Comet, maybe. No, it wasn't Comet, but that must have been a bit distracting for Jay Morris. He missed the apex by quite some margin. So that hasn't been a great lap for Jay Morris. It's going to be his only lap of qualifying. It's only a 1.1 minute, 0.4. That is quite a bit down on the best times we've seen. So this doesn't look like it's going to be a great lap for Jay Morris. But we do know that he has got much better race pace and quali pace. So Jay Morris coming around the final turn now. Up to the line, Jay Morris. Where does he go? Hard case out of session. But Jay Morris only P8. That is a big blow as we saw Vault there. Going into a wall. Crashing at turn 24. Emu goes even quicker with a 26.5. But what have the rest got to say? K5 is starting a lap. He just got to the line in time. But Emu with 26.5. Can Flob do anything about it? We have 2 DNFs because of crashes in mere seconds. Mars does not improve. So he's only P4. What about Flov? He doesn't improve either. What about Comet? Can he go any quicker? I know he can't. He crashes at the line. It is only a 26.9 for him. K5 may be the only man to deny Emu. This is going to be a huge chance for him. And he's nearly 3 tenths up. This could be it for K5. There are still people doing laps in front of him. Fexin is on a lap. Rock Reaction is on a lap. Shocklade is on a lap. This is not over. Oh, Flexin's out. Flexin's out. He's crashed as well. On these final laps, 3 people have crashed. Unbelievable scenes here in Jeddah. But what is K5's middle sector like? It's really good. It is over 5 tenths up. Can K5 pull off an incredible lap here? He might get a bit of slipstream from Flov as well. Here comes K5. If he nails this final corner, this could be pole. What a chance it could be to put himself in a brilliant position for the championship. Coming up to the line now, K5, M5. Can he take pole? Second place in the championship. And he's on pole with a 26.2. What a lap from K5, M5 in the Ferrari. Incredible lap from the Ferrari. And what a place that puts him in for the championship. Jay Morris is 8th. Mars is 5th. That is your grid. What a qualifying. Emu, it looked comfortable for him. And that lap was stunning, but nowhere near K5. What a lap that was. So that is your grid. K5 on pole from Emu. Both of them had brilliant laps and they were so clear of the rest. Flov is P3. Comet P4 just ahead of Mars. He'll be disappointed to not be further up with K5 in the championship picture. Tiger is P6. Fex in P7. He crashed out on his last run. Championship leader Jay Morris only P8. That will not put him in a good position. And he may be a bit concerned with the place of his other rivals. Volt, another person to crash in his final run, is P9. Rock Reaction struggling once again, only in P10. Hardcase is P11. He also crashed on his final run, clipping his wheel off at turn 4. And Shocklade on his controller, struggling at the back in P12. And we are set for a thrilling Saudi Arabian Grand Prix now. So many things can happen with K5. Is he going to play it safe? Or is he going to go aggressive? Because he knows he's going to gain points in the championship in his position. But does he just want to win the race and gain as many as he wants to? It is game on. And Jay Morris has got to pull off some comeback if he wants to salvage a good result. But someone give me a hydrating chat, please. K5, I'm not doing another comms curse. I need a hydrate. So if somebody gives me a hydrate, that'd be nice. And also, thanks to Vito. Thanks. You gotta be spending your points if you want that. But get your predictions in. Anyone who's watching, get your predictions in. Thank you for the hydrations, K5 and Shockblade. Get your predictions in. Give me your top 3 and tell me who will finish the highest out of who will finish the highest out of K5, Mars, and J Morris. I don't know what you mean by reverse the K5 curse, though. I can't curse someone twice in one race because that's just unfair. So what do? Don't curse him. What? Like, he's amazing, or like, he's terrible, he's so bad, and he's so bad that he's going to win. There you go. Meanwhile, keep an eye on Race Director. I don't know what time we're going to be readying up, but right now, everybody is on mediums, apart from the race leader, K5M5. And if it stays like that, then K5M5 may be a little bit vulnerable to those behind. So we're readying up at the hour, which is in exactly 1 minute now. We are mere seconds away from getting this race running, and let's hope there isn't a safety car glitch like there was yesterday. Because yesterday, as soon as the lights went out, the safety car got deployed. So we hope for none of that today, but there's pretty much guaranteed safety cars around here. Just the nature of the Saudi Arabian track, but track limits isn't that big of an issue here, which is something that K5 struggled with last time in Imola, so I think that's all he cares about. Oh, sorry, that was a time penalty in the pit lane he got there. But yeah, main thing is it's not a track limit penalty, and this is going to be all about fine margins and skill. But it is about to click to the hour, so we are about to get going. So one last hydrate. So we should be getting going any second now. Oh, and here we are. Oh, we're on the grid, and it's 5 red lights ahead of a Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights on, away we go. K5 gets away well. Emu already on his inside, coming into turn 1. Comic on the inside of Flove into turn 1. Does he want to make a move? Wheels to wheels into turn 1. They make it their contact now. Mars down the inside as Mars spins around Flove a little bit. On the middle goes Tiger Game up to 3rd place. What a start. Mars now P4. Comic behind them. The Aston Martin road reaction. Have a look down the inside. Just gets cut off. J Morris is P7 off the road, trying to keep his nose clean in the championship fight. There's a bit of battling going on behind, flexing in P9. Hardcase drops all the way down to P10. Flove's had a horrible start in P11, but Tiger's clobbered the curb, I think. I think he's beached his car on the curb and he's pushed him back down to P5. Raw reaction just ahead of J Morris. Meanwhile, Hardcase and Shockley going wheels to wheels to the hairpin. Shockley trying to go around the outside. What a move that is from the Alfa Romeo. Just getting ahead of Hardcase to make that contact. Hardcase goes into a wall in the exit, and I think he's got wind damage from that flex in. Wheels to wheel with Bolt. Sure, they can't go free wide into there. Hardcase leaves in the room and flex on the exit. Shockley's gone off the track. He must have made an error. On the exit is still these 3 battling away. Flexing and Volt all the way at the back. Dueling. Then they'll go free wide into this risky section, but it will just get through unscathed. Volt ahead of Flexin and Hardcase ahead of them. But we cut back to the front, and Emu. Oh, Emu's got K5 in that. I don't know what on earth did that happen. Emu has taken the lead and it's 1.3 seconds up the rows. Where on earth did that come from? Emu is bolting up at front and has got a nice lead up at the front. Meanwhile, Comet putting pressure on Mars. Mars really with a good start as well. Let's have a look at position change. Bro, reaction, the biggest gainer. Meanwhile, we cut back to the back here. Look at this battling. Bolt round the outside of Hardcase with two Div 3 drivers battling. Meanwhile, Flexing charges in, nearly spins Hardcase. He nearly spins himself as well on the exit of turn 3. But that is your order for now. Let's have a look at tyres as well. So everybody on the mediums apart from Hardcase. So at least that gives us a sense of who's doing similar strategy and who isn't. You know, our Comet looking very quick behind Mars. But Mars will want to keep up with K5 M5 in the championship picture. J Morris will just be able to keep his nose clean and not lose any major points. But Flov is the biggest loser out of these off the start, as Mars spinning him around at turn 2. Mars has already lost the DRS to K5, so that's going to leave him vulnerable to an attack from Comet, as well as Tiger Gamer possibly. He's still charging with them. So what's Comet going to do about Mars in front? Oh, Mars beaches his car on the curb, but that's going to cost him a lot of time. So here comes Comet now. Looking for a move on the Red Bull. Well, then Mars has got back within the DRS of K5. Meanwhile, Flov overtakes J Morris, the championship leader. Looking to make a comeback. Flov, and is already up to P7. Meanwhile, Bolt wheels Shockley on the exit after crash. Bolt spins into the barriers. And there's a virtual safety car. I've already got some people diving into the pits. Shockley pits, Hardcase pits. Don't know what on earth happened there. It was a very strange incident, but Bolt is out of the race. 11 runners left in this race. 2 of them have now pitted. Are they changing their front wing? Have they got wing damage? Yes, they both do. Well, Shockley does, Hardcase does not, so I think that's just a strategic call. But drivers need to make sure they don't get any drive-through penalties on this restart. Mars has caught right up to K5. I don't know if that's just because of a delta or... And are we racing again? We seem to be going flat out. No, we're not. We're still backing off. Drivers need to make sure they don't get any drive-through penalties. Also, can they gain any gaps on the cars in front? It's a good chance for them to recharge the ERS back up as well. The Emu really sitting pretty at the front. And DRS is enabled, and we do go racing again, and Comet still right on the back of him. Meanwhile, Rotor Reactions had a poor restart. He's lost 2 positions. Bad restart from the Aston Martin, and Flov and J Morris both getting past. So crucial moves there. Meanwhile, Mars in the DRS of K5, Comet in the DRS of Mars, Tiger in the DRS of Comet. It's a train going on from 2nd to 5th. On the exit, does anyone want to shake for a move? Comet has looked really close to Mars so far this race. But still just chilling behind for now, waiting for them to dump the ERS. Emu is sitting pretty at the front. He is pulling away from everybody. These 3 also having a little skirmish for P6. Flov will try and catch the train in front of him, along with J Morris. But we watch the battle for 2nd place. Mars losing a bit of time to the cars in front. Ooh, and Tiger's beached himself on the curve there. And he's already burnt a lot of his ERS. They all file through, single file. K5 gains a little bit on Emu, but still out of that DRS range, crucially. Mars nearly falls outside the DRS of K5, just about staying within it. Comet may start to put the pressure on him in front. Does Comet want to make a move on Mars? I think he's just quite happy to sit behind for now. Tiger has dropped out of their DRS, so now becomes a 3-car battle. Meanwhile, J Morris and Flov battling into the final corner on the exit. They're wheel to wheel. Who got the DRS? It was Flov who got it, and now making our way down the main straight. He will have the DRS right on board with Road Reaction, watching this battle from behind, staying down the straight. Flav to the outside of turn 1. Can he go around the outside of Jay Morris? All the way around the outside. Jay Morris squeezes him to the curb. Road Reaction now the switch back on the outside of Jay Morris. Gets a bit greedy on traction, though, and that is going to cost him a lot of time. He stays in P8 and Flav stays in P6. We got back to the front. Mars is back to putting the pressure on K5. Oh, he speeds his car on the curb. That's going to cost him a lot of time. As here comes Comet now. Can he get a good run on Mars now? Burning his battery as here he comes to the inside of a hairpin. It's going to get risky on the inside of turn 11. I think Mars just lets him go. Comic takes P3. It's been coming from the Alpine, and he finally gets up into the podium positions. But now, crucially, they have dropped outside of DRS of K5 in front. All that battling has cost them a lot of time. And look, Comic's burning his battery to try and get back within it. Mars, once again, putting the pressure on. He's going for a move here, which is very risky. He gets a move back, though. That's just going to give the DRS to Comic now, down the back straight. So here we go again, round 2 for these guys. They are slowly catching Emu in front. Now, Road Reaction starts to put pressure on Jay Morris as well. Has Jay Morris made an error? Heading into the final corner, Jay Morris breaks a little deep, though. Road Reaction looks for the switchback and is going to get it nicely on the exit. So here comes Road Reaction. Jay Morris burning his battery, though. Doesn't want to give the position up. Flav as well doesn't want to concede to Jay Morris. Heading into turn 1, Jay Morris just stayed behind, so does Road Reaction. So many battles going on across the field. K5 still hanging on to P2, and Mars hanging on to P3. Oh yeah, sorry, Mars got back Comet, and Comet wasn't able to respond. Emu, though, maintaining his 2-second gap up front. And he's happy to just sit here for the moment. K5 can't do much about it. But he is dragging Mars and Comic along with him. Meanwhile, we go back to these three, still battling. Road Reaction having a look to the outside, doesn't quite work out. And he now goes a little bit wild, losing him a lot of time. Oh, Flav whacks the wall there and breaks his front wing. That is going to cost him dearly, as Jay Morris will be looking to get past the Alfa Romeo now, because the Alfa Romeo is going to lose so much time. Oh, but he goes wide though. Oh, Flav is now out of the race. He goes wide. Brakes too late. Flav is out and safety car is deployed. And oh, Emu nearly spins. He's so excited. Emu and everyone else is surely going to pit now. It's a golden opportunity. Is he going to pit? No, he's not. Emu stays out. K5 has a look, but no, they're staying out. I would have thought this is a perfect opportunity to pit. Jay Morris is pitting. He doesn't see what's wrong with it. So Flav pits. Road Reaction pits! Oh, and flexing it's the back of Road Reaction. I don't know why Road Reaction was stopped in the pit lane. But this is... I told you there'll be safety cars and it's come at a crucial time. Hardcase stays out. Shocklade also pits, so 4 people are pitting. And Jay Morris, he doesn't even lose any positions. Jay Morris comes out in P6. So this has worked perfectly for Mercedes, and I don't know what the others are thinking, because he can probably easily go to the end on hards, I would say now. So very strange strategy from Jay Morris. So, for top 5, all on all mediums. J Morris, Rotor Reaction, Fexen and Shockblade, all on fresh tyres. Shockblade is on new mediums, contrary to those on new hards. So, interesting strategy there. Should get safety car in next lap, assuming that Shockblade can catch up. If somebody can chuck me a hydrate in chat, that'll be very respected. Well, I'm drinking anyway. And thank you, Shockblade. I think Shockblade will catch up to the pack in time before this lap ends. So we may get racing next lap. I think the hard runners will be hoping safety car stays that longer so they can get their tyres to the end of a race. But yeah, I think Flov will catch up. Shockblade, I should say. It's not a great day in the office for Alfa Romeo so far. So, what's going to happen now? Emu's lead has been dissipated. And K5, Mars, Comic and Tiger are all back in the mix. But Jay Morris, he's the leader of the alternate strategies. And this could be a big chance for him to get back in the mix with his rivals. Shockblade has caught up, and we will get the safety car in this lap. So, first safety car of this race, and it may not be the last, but Emu will be one dictating the pace. K5 are waiting when that McLaren will blitz away. And so will Mars and Comic, who will be following in hot pursuit. Weaving as much as they can, trying to catch out their rivals. I think Emu will go at the final corner. K5 going wide to tuck back in. Emu waiting a bit. Weaving around once again. Really leaving it late until he decides to go. And he finally gets on the power, and we are racing again here in Saudi Arabia. So heading down the straight, Mars right on the back of K5 M5 as the two championship protagonists go wheel to wheel into turn 1. Mars around the outside of K5, doesn't want to try and make the move. All the way around the outside of a Ferrari. Mars, what a move that'll be. Down the inside of turn 2 now. Incredible move from Mars. But K5 still sticks his nose on the inside, just has to concede the position. Comic has a look to the inside, still just stays behind. What a move that was from Mars to take P2 of this race. Emu though, a nice 7/7 gap up at the front. Mars will try and stick with him. Heading through his technical section, Tiger Gamer gets the first penalty of the race and he hits the wall as well. That's going to cost him time. As now Jay Morris still gets pushed off on the exit. As to the outside, Jay Morris wheel to wheel with Tiger Gamer. Just has to concede the position. Hardcase now right behind his teammate Tiger Gamer. But the Div 3 driver, I don't think he'll want to overtake his Div 2 driver teammate. Meanwhile, K5 putting pressure on Mars. He may feel that he's quicker at this point. And yeah, look at this. K5's all over back of Mars. K5 really feels he has more pace at this point in time. But can Mars keep with Emu? That is a crucial thing. J Morris has fallen out of the DRS of Comic. These top 4 are blitzing away from everybody else. K5 still practically pushing Mars. Journey, nice to see you. Yeah, we haven't got much drivers racing today. Div 3 is where the attendance is at. Now Mars, Emu made a mistake there. Mars is just about still within the DRS of Emu. J Morris has got back within the DRS of Comic, so it's still game on between these guys. Meanwhile, Rote reacting to the outside of Hardcase. Heading into turn 1. Can he go all the way around the outside of a Haas? Hardcase doesn't want to give it up, but around the outside goes Rote reaction and is up into P7. He's second place of the alternate strategy, so this could be a really good result for Rote reaction today. We cut back to the front. Mars just about sticking with Emu, but K5 really putting the pressure on the Red Bull. J Morris and Comic sticking with them as well. Oh, K5 gets on the curve though. That's going to cost him time. As Mars falls out of the DRS of Emu. But he's going to try and get that back immediately. Emu looks flawless with his driving so far today. He's been faultless. Oh, as Mars. He's lost a bit of time there. Meanwhile, flexing. Overtakes hard case. That's a risky section to try, but he gets it done. Flexing up to P8. Oh, as J Morris there goes wide. He's going to fall out the DRS now, maybe. Or he's burning his battery to stay in it, so J Morris making a mistake there. Mars doesn't want to give up DRS to Emu as well. He's burning his ERS to just stay with him. Both burnt a lot of it. K5's got the most out of all of them. DRS is now enabled, so this is a crucial lap for Mars now. But he has burnt nearly all of his battery already. Oh, safety car. Safety car's deployed. What happened there? Shocklay's very far back and he's got no front wing, so I think Shockley may have crashed. And we've got another safety car. And I think this is going to trigger a lot of action in the pit lane. Surely the top four are going to pit now, knowing that they can easily make to the end on hards. But another safety car within the span of 3 laps. And this now gives the top 4 and Tiger Gamer a great chance to pit. And it kind of ruins J Morris and everybody else's strategy behind them. But they will take the lead, which is crucial. And Emu once again, after he pulled away, his lead is squashed once again. So yeah, obviously, everybody pitting now who hasn't pitted yet. So K5, Emu, Mars pitting. J Morris takes the lead of the race. Tiger Gamer also pitting. Chocolate is out for session. So both Alfa Romeos. Oh, that is a very audacious tyre change from Emu there. He's gone to the soft tyres. Everybody else has gone to hards, understandably, but Emu. Emu has gone onto the softs. And he's surely going to have to pit again. So I'm not sure what strategy call from Emu is there. He was in a comfortable position, really. If he just did what his rivals were doing, he probably would have been on for an easy win. But he's mixed it up and has gone for a 2-stop strategy. Everybody else is on fresh tyres, apart from Royal Reaction and J Morris, who are only on 5-lap fresh, older hard. So we'll see how much of an impact that has. Are we going to have a safety car in this lap? No, we're going to have another lap, unfortunately. But we've only got 9 runners left in this race. 1 Red Bull and 2 Alfa Romeos already out. And we've got a very mixed strategy between the field. Keep an eye on Flexen and Hardcase because they're on fresh mediums. Whether they can get those mediums to the end is the question. But Royal Reaction and Jay Morris are going to be a bit vulnerable on those older hard tyres. And Emu has just got to blitz away as fast as he can. So we should get the safety car in this lap. Shotcut saying he disconnected, which is common on controller, so I do get that when I used to race on controller. But we're only halfway through this race and still a lot can happen. And we have already had 2 safety cars, 1 virtual safety car too. It's going to be interesting to see how much slower Jay Morris and Royal Reaction are on just 5 lap older tyres. So Emu is in the lead of this race on those other fresh runners. Jay Morris is in the lead of the race overall, but he's on old tyres. And Mars is in the lead of the race on people on a one-stop strategy with fresh tyres. So there's so many logistics. Thank you, Shockley, for the hydrate. Gonna need it with the safety car restart. But I hope we don't get another safety car because it is a bit grueling trying to talk through it because we want to get back to the action. Mars and K5 still very close on track there. We'll now see this as an opportunity to win this race, and it's crucial between these two who wins this race because they may be the ones who goes on to challenge Jay Morris in this later in the last 2 rounds of the season. But safety car is in this lap, so instead of Emu leading the way, it will be Jay Morris dictating the pace and getting ready to go. Round ball, Royal Reaction, one of the highest he's ranked. He's one of the highest he's ran all season in P2. But whether he can hang on to that P2 is a different question. But championship leader Jay Morris leads this race. But for how long? And for how long until Emu on the softs gets through them? Robot Reaction awaits Jay Morris's stamp on the throttle, and now he goes early in the final corner. What a restart that is from Jay Morris. Already 9/10 clear of Emu. That is an incredible restart. A second clear of Robot Reaction. As now, Emu will be all over back of Robot Reaction on those fresh soft tyres. He needs to make quick work of the Aston Martin, making his way through chicane. Jay Morris already pulling away as Robot Reaction so slow. Heading through his section, Emu's just got to bide his time though. This is a single file section. He's just got to stay behind for now. Mars also close behind, but he beaches the curb. K5 will having a look at that, trying to get past the championship rival. Emu though, coming through this section now. He's got to have a good exit as Royal Reaction now goes wide as here he comes to the inside. Royal Reaction doesn't want to give it up. Is Emu going to go down the inside into the hairpin? Down the inside goes Emu. Royal Reaction leaves in the room. Can Royal Reaction hang it around the outside? No, he can't. Emu's got the better grip and takes P2. He will now set after Jay Morris. Meanwhile, K5 to the outside of Mars. That could get risky. Just backs out of it. Stays behind the Red Bull. Comic not too far behind. Also trying to take advantage. K5 though to the inside now of Mars. Shock leaders left the session. As Emu's already got ahead of Jay Morris. That was quick. Just one corner. It took us now. That's risky from Mars. Going to the outside of Royal Reaction. He gets it done though. That was dicey, but he has got it done. K5 hits a wall. Hopefully he didn't get wing damage from that. Comic now, he will try and capitalise on the battling in front. Mars gaining on Jay Morris as well. The top 2 of the 3 championship rivals battling as well. Here comes K5 though. He wants to get involved as well. Around the outside goes K5, M5 and Royal Reaction. All the way around the outside of the final corner. Gets it done. Running on board with Comic though. Can he take both of them? To the outside of Royal Reaction. Royal Reaction's coming back at K5. That was a bit dangerous from the Ferrari. Here comes Comic to the inside of Royal Reaction. Can he go down the inside of K5 as well? No, he can't. Royal Reaction tries to hang it around the outside. Doesn't work. Here comes Tiger Gamer. Can he get the switch back in the Aston Martin? Yes, he can. That's brilliant traction from the Haas, but this is going to get dicey. Sure, he doesn't make a move here. Is Royal Reaction going to back out? Yes, he is. Smart thinking from the Aston Martin. He's gone from 2nd to 7th in 1 lap. Flexen will now try and get over the Aston Martin. Royal Reaction's all over the place. Round the outside goes Flexen. Brilliant move there from the AlphaTauri and gets to P7. Meanwhile, we'll come back to the front. 3 championship rivals, 2nd, 3rd and 5th. This is intense stuff here. Emu is absolutely bolting at front. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. Pulling away on those soft tyres. And if he wants to make that two-stop work, that's exactly what he needs to do. Mars all over the back of Jay Morris. But what is Jay Morris going to do to his title rivals? He doesn't want him to win the race. Is he going to compromise them? Here comes Mars now. Jay Morris has got all the ERS in the world to burn. Mars and K5 have already burnt a bit of theirs, so has Comet. Tiger's gaining up on this fight as well, but he has a penalty. So Jay Morris beaches the curve now. So here comes Mars and K5. What are they going to do? Trailing Jay Morris down the back straight. Here comes K5 now. To the inside on Mars. Mars to the outside of Jay Morris. Still single file. Heading to the final corner. Who's going to go for a move? All of them stay behind. Comic spins. K5 M5. And Tiger hits him. K5 is out the race. And that is a virtual safety car. What drama here. Comic spins round. K5 M5. And Tiger Gamer has nowhere to go. Slamming into K5. And is that championship over for Ferrari? Jay Morris is pitting for the medium tyres. And he's doing a two-stop strategy as well. Emu could have pitted, but he just went past the pit lane. But one of the championship protagonists is out of the race. And there's going to be a lot of discussion about that. Comic, so Flav, Comic spun K5 into the last corner. And Tiger Gamer had nowhere to go, so slammed into K5, DNFing him from the race. And Comic is going to be a guilty man after this race, and K5 will not be happy. So we get racing again now. Comic right behind Mars, but he will receive a penalty because that was him predominantly at fault for that incident. So we need to keep that in mind with the stewards. But Mars is now P2 and will be a net P1 once Emu pits. But Emu doing what he needs to do, pulling away as much as he can. Keep an eye on Jay Morris now. He will be possibly the fastest man on track on those fresh mediums. And he will try and catch for people in front now. Hardcase having a great race in P7. And Div 3 meanwhile flexing under pressure from Tiger Gamer. Here he comes to the inside of the AlphaTauri. He can flex in, hang it round the outside. And each turn one gives him a lot of room and concedes a position to Tiger Gamer. So Tiger Gamer with that penalty is back up to P4. Comic still piling the pressure on Mars. I mean, K5, he's taking this very well, considering what just happened. So, I mean, respect to you, mate. You're taking it better than I did. As Comic nearly beaches himself on the curb. That's going to cost him a lot of time. Mars now trying to break the DRS of Comic. Comic's not going to let that happen anytime soon, though. Yeah, I mean, fair respect to you, K5, because you're taking this much better than I would, or any other squad, I think. Raw Reaction still struggling on those hards. Hardcase putting him under pressure. Oh, the Hardcase is a wall. That might be wing damage for the Haas. He's lost a lot of time there, so he was doing so well, Hardcase, but now that has unravelled his race a little if he's got wing damage. Comic though, sticking with Mars, and now he's got the DRS, so does he want to try and make a move? Flexing's coming back at Tiger Gamer. Tiger Gamer's burned all his battery to try and stay ahead of the AlphaTauri. As that's very clever from Tiger Gamer, trying to get the switch back on Flexing. Flexing doesn't want to give it up though, and then down the straight, burning his battery. Meanwhile, Comic overtakes Mars for P2. Does Tiger overtake Flexing for P4? Yes, he does. Emu's not pulling away as much now. Are those softs starting to die out? But Comic, he can now show his pace, and can he go and catch Emu? Meanwhile, Jay Morris overtakes for pissing Hardcase. Hardcase, did he get wing damage? No, he didn't. Well, he's not changing it. Game sound is weird. Okay, I don't know what. Can't really do much about that. These two continue to battle. This seems like a fight between two packs now. But what a chance for Mars this race to gain on Jay Morris in the championship. With Jay Morris, he may be able to catch Royal Reaction, but I don't think he'll catch anyone further than that because they just seem too far ahead. So it looks like it'll be a fight between Comic and Mars now, because no way Emu can get his softs to the end of a race. So this is now between Comic and Mars. But then again, Comic is probably going to get a penalty. So Mars is in a perfect position here to win this race. Meanwhile, there's a bit of DRS chicken here going on between Fexin and Tiger. Fexin takes P4, but can Tiger come back at him? Fexin has got the battery to try and stay ahead, and he's burning it to stay ahead. Meanwhile, Mars comes back at Comic and retakes P2. Fexin finally gets up to P4, and we'll see if he can catch Mars and Comic in front now on those medium tyres. It's set at 10, soft lap 68%, so yeah, no way Emu can get to the end of a race. He will have to pit again, and what could have been for Emu, I don't know what strategy he was going for. Don't count Flexing out though. If he can catch up to the drivers in front, I mean, Tiger Game has already lost a DRS to Flexing. Flexing could start challenging these two in front. But Comic is expected to get a penalty, so it may just be a two-horse race. Jay Morris is very quick though. He's catching all people in front, and he needs all the points he can get with Mars scoring this highly. When will Emu pit though, and where will he come out? He should come out just behind Jay Morris, if my maths is correct. So Tiger's dropped out of the DRS of Flexing. Here comes Comic though, gaining on Mars. Just trying to maximise his finishing time. Is Emu pitting? No, he's not. Emu stays out. Hoping maybe for another safety car. Meanwhile, Comic overtakes Mars for P2. Them two just trading positions. Whether Fexing can catch him is a different question. He's dropped back a little bit, so maybe the hards are just better than the mediums at this point. Tiger with that penalty will fall behind Road Reaction in a minute, but Jay Morris is catching him at a rate of knocks. And Hardcase struggling at the back after he hit the wall earlier. But Mars still sticking behind Comic. Comic burns a lot of his battery already. But Mars may not know Comic will get a penalty, so he'll want to just finish ahead of him on track. And Comic may still believe he can finesse his way out of the penalty. Still, these two stay in a DRS train with each other. Well, I say that, Mars has nearly lost DRS to Comic. But he has got more battery to burn and stay with him. Is Emu finally going to pit, is the question. Emu comes around the final turn. His softs are going to be really dying. Is he going to pit? No, he's staying out. Is Emu trying to get to the end? Surely not. I mean, maybe he could. I mean, I really would have thought he'd pit by now. Meanwhile, Mars re-overtakes Comic for P2. But is Emu trying to get to the end? If so, Mars and Comic really need to get a wriggle on. Surely Emu can't get to the end. 14 laps on softs, that is unheard of. If he does it, then fair play. Flexing is dropping back from Comic and Mars a little bit, so it seems that it is just between Emu, Mars and Comic. If Emu doesn't pit this lap, then I'm pretty certain he's going to the end. Because this is unheard of from the McLaren. To be fair, he's got good pace. He's not losing too much time. If anything, he's pulling away from Mars. So maybe the softs aren't as bad as we thought. And Emu may have just pulled a blinder here. Comic and Mars still neck and neck though, dragging each other along to try and catch Emu. Comic getting a bit squirmy out final turn, burning his battery though, he wants to get ahead of Mars. I think Mars doesn't defend it too hard and Comic retakes P2. Oh, it is interesting. Fexin is pitting. Fexin coming into the pits. Did he get wing damage? Because that's a very strange decision. Or maybe his mediums have just gone off. Did he get wing damage, Fexin? Oh, he did. Such a shame for the AlphaTauri. He was going so well as well. Oh, so huge shame there for Fexin. Just a mistake. He must have hit the wall somewhere. And that has cost him a top 4, maybe even a podium after Comic's penalty. Emu, yeah, he's got to be going to the end. I mean, 10-lap-old softs and he's still going. Meanwhile, J Morris is about to catch up to Robot Reaction. J Morris could still end up P4 here if he overtakes Robot Reaction and Taiyama with his penalty if J Morris gets within 3 seconds of him. Yeah, it's a good point, Shocklade. I mean, he did take you out in M1, so I get that. Emu's got to be going to the end now. If he pits now, he's going to come out 6th. So Emu is risking it and trying to get to the end. Meanwhile, Mars re-overtakes Comic. And they've really got to get real on these two to try and catch Emu. They need to stop battling amongst themselves and they need to catch the McLaren. Because Emu's still staying out. They've got 3 laps to catch back up to Emu. Mars is re-overtaken by Comic. 4.5 seconds between Emu and Comic, and that gap may start to come down now. But then again, Emu still, even on those old softs, he's still got great pace. Meanwhile, always J Morris and Robot Reaction battling. That's risky. Oh, J Morris practically off a track there. Still battling Robot Reaction. Robot Reaction gives it up. That was incredibly close there from J Morris DNFing there, millimeters from the wall. Well, J Morris does take P5, and now he's got 3 laps to try and get within 3 seconds. He nearly goes off the track though. Has he got wing damage, J Morris? Can't see any visual wing damage, so I think he's alright. Meanwhile, Comic starting to close the gap between him and Emu. Are those softs starting to go off now? Hardcase sets the fastest lap, although I like that as an accolade, as a Div 3 driver. Emu's softs are surely going to be practically dead now. And these two have got 2 laps to catch him. Miles once again gaining on Comic. He'll go for a move down the main straight. These two need to use all their power to catch him. Mars burning his battery down the main straight to re-overtake Comic. Oh, what was going on there between the two? They don't need to be doing that if they want to catch Emu. Let's run on board with Emu and see how he is through this sector. Robot Reaction also pitting. He's realised that his tyres are pretty much dead as well. Emu's tyre management in this race has been on par, really. Yeah, he didn't even lose much time to Mars there. Emu has pulled an absolute blinder here. Fexin is back up into P6. Could he get fastest lap? And can J Morris get within 3 seconds of Taiyama? Emu is pulling a blinder with this soft strategy. And the softs maybe aren't as bad as we all thought, because Emu is using 13 laps on them and still has got pretty decent pace. Unless Emu gets a puncher, it's his race to lose. So we are on the final lap And Emu, I was criticising him for his strategy, but he's playing perfectly into his hands. He's only won one race in HDR history, and it looks like he's going to make it a second. Ironically, both on street circuits and both in the night time. He last won in Singapore round 2. Oh, nearly spinning out there, Emu. So close there. Emu just spinning into the barriers, and that would have been the most irony you could ever ask for. But he seems to be making it through just okay. Riding on board with McLaren. Taking it extra cautious through these last few chicanes. I need to ask what his tyre percentage was after this race, because it's incredible how much tyre saving he's done. Mars starting to burn his battery, as these two will battle for P2 on track. But Emu has mastered this to perfection. Who's going to finish ahead on track out of these two? But we will go to Mars. We'll go back to Mars, because here he comes on Comic now to the outside of the final turn. Diving to the inside goes Comic. Mars goes all the way around the outside, nearly making contact. Now it's a run to the line. All the way to the line. Here comes Mars to the outside of Comic, and he's going to get him on the line. He is. Yes, he is. Emu wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, but Mars will take P2 ahead of Comic on track. Tiger Gamer, a long way back, is going to be P4, and he will finish ahead of Jay Morris, even after that penalty. But what a drive from Emu. 14 lap old softs. He pitted for those softs on lap 11 and got them to the end. I know there were safety cars in the middle of all that, so he had time to manage. But still, that is incredible tyre management from the McLaren. Flexing comes to the line and will finish P6. Raw Reaction not too far behind him in P7. And Hardcase has struggled this race, but he will take the fastest lap from this race, so that is a positive. Only 8 finishers this race. And K5, Shocklade, Flob, and Volt all DNF'd. In the terms of a championship, Mars will gladly take that, because he gains on Jay Morris. Jay Morris will finish P5, so Mars will be happy with that, and that might eliminate K5M5 from the championship contention. Brilliant race here in Saudi Arabia, and we are going to get some post-race interviews in here. Just share it to the chat so we can get some post-race interviews here. I really hope we get Emu, because I want to find out how much tyre wear he was on. Yeah, what a race we had here at Saudi Arabia. And Emu back on the top 7 podium. His second win in HDR history. Oh, and we have got somebody in here. We have Mars. Mars, hello, can you hear me?
Yo, what's up, KJ?
Hello. Well, I think you got to be happy with that result. P2 started P6 and P5. Sorry. Yeah, very calculated drive from you. Emu just seems to have a better of everyone today, and main thing is you gained the championship. So yeah, you happy with that result?
I'm definitely happy with the result, but I didn't expect it. It was a huge struggle. I think I haven't done a single pre-lap. Yeah, congrats to Emu. He was insanely quick. Somehow he made the soft last. That's insane. I realized at lap 20, fuck, we ain't catching him anymore.
Well, yeah, because I thought you were going to win the race, because obviously we knew Comic's going to get a penalty for that incident with K5, and I thought Emu was guaranteed to pit again. I didn't think he could actually go to the end, but even at the end, he still had pretty good pace. But I think the main thing is K5 retired and Jay Morris only got P5, so you must be happy with the result.
Honestly, completely forgot Jay Morris. I forgot that he was going to get a penalty, because I have no clue what happened to K5. So I was so scared, because at a certain moment I hit Comic in the rear. He braked earlier than I expected. And it was the whole time in my mind, I was like, even if I get P2 on track, I'm still going to get a penalty probably for that. So,
well, the thing
it's
after,
nice to hear.
well, I mean, at the final corner, Comic basically spun K5, and then Tiger had nowhere to go, so slammed into K5, DNFing him. So Comic will get a penalty. But yeah, overall, it was a really good race from you. You looked quick all weekend, and gaining the championship as well, keeping it alive as well. So, any incidents you want to point out apart from that bit with Comic?
Oh yeah, turn one. I have no clue what happened there. Like I was just going around the outside of some guys. Suddenly, floor goes wide. It happened super quick, and suddenly I spun him around. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. But I don't think I could do anything about that. But yeah, the other guys were really quick. It's a shame that K5 retired because he was definitely quicker than me. But yeah, fun race. It's a huge struggle, but fun race.
Yeah,
we all enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I mean, even if you do get a penalty, I don't think it'll make a difference because you were quite far ahead of Tiger. But yeah, really good race from you, keeping the championship alive, and yeah, hope to see you next week in Zandvoort.
Yes, I'll see you all next week.
See you. Goodbye, thank you. Emu, hello, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
I mean, mate, all I can do is clap. I need to know, how did you make a set of soft tyres last 14 laps?
I have 2 words, mate. Ferrari strategy.
And you still had good pace. Like, you dropped off maybe on the last lap, but still, like, you still had brilliant pace. You were pulling away.
I wasn't even in the puncture territory at the end.
Well, you know, like, what percentage was it on?
I wasn't in the puncture territory at all.
What percentage were you on?
Like 68 when I crossed the line.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say much else. I mean, you seemed like you had pole in the bag, but then K5 produced a stunner, but still P2. I missed the move you did on K5 on like the first lap. Did he like make a mistake or something?
Nah, I think he did like a mistake if you count it like that, because we were going into the turn 1 and I was like front wing maybe ahead of him, and he outbraked himself or tried to brake later, and that's what put him more behind me into the second corner where I took it like easily.
Yeah, I mean, you were clearly the fastest all weekend, and I was thinking like Emu's got to pit again, so I don't know what strategy he's done, but clearly that was just all part of your plan, and I think that'll guarantee you now pretty much P4 in the championship with all your other rivals scoring badly.
Still 2 races, and yeah, still I think I'm fighting with only now. I don't think I can catch Mars, can I? So I'm fighting with Chocolate and Fluff, who pretty much DNF'd. So, but I was away at Imola. I don't know how many points they gained on me.
Also, Comics up there, I think.
Comic, is it up there? Wait, let me roll up the championship standing to be more.
Yeah, Comics P4.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much fighting these 3 guys. Chocolate is behind me. So where did Comic finish? Like
Comic
he finished P3.
Yeah, but he may get a penalty for taking out K5. But
so I'll be P4 by like really small amount. So I still have something to do to get there, but yeah, it was really, really nice.
But yeah, your first win since Singapore, your second win in the history of HDR, and
no, I won Bahrain.
Oh yes, obviously.
That's my third win.
Yeah, third win this season, third win in HDR, shows how much transformation you've had since last season. And yeah, brilliant win.
Don't even talk about that.
I mean, Shotclade made a joke in chat. Imagine Emu bins on last lap, but
I was like on the final lap, and now there were 2 possibilities. Either I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna get the puncher, I'm gonna win it.
Yeah, I mean, it was yeah, it was a faultless race from you, and yeah, I hope to see you next week in Zandvoort, which you have a bit of dark memories from last season, but still.
Yeah, I hate that track.
Anyway, thanks for racing. Great job. See you next week.
Yeah, see ya.
Right. K5? K5, hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. I mean, I don't know what to say to you, mate. It's so unfortunate. A chance to gain on Jay Morris in the championship thrown away due to an Alpine's late braking. I mean, what can you say on it?
No, I think I broke earlier than I should have because I was just being too cautious with Mars and J Mars ahead. So not fully anyone to blame. So I think more racing incident.
Okay, right. It just looked from my POV that yeah, Comic spun you, but obviously with Tiger blocking the track that ended up in you DNFing. But before that, it was going so well. I mean, I'll just start by saying that pole lap was beautiful.
Can I submit that to TTR? Because I PB'd by 1/10.
I mean, you can post it in race clips if you want. I don't know if it'll count in TT War. But yeah, still in the race, was going well. I mean, Emu overtook you, then pulled away, but still you were looking quick, battling with Mars and Comic. Then obviously just got chaotic at the safety car restart, and unfortunately that may be championship over for you.
It was already, so it's not doesn't really hurt or anything. Emu only pulled away from me because on the first lap I had to turn ABS back on. I forgot to turn it back on like in between the race and qualifying. So
All right. Yeah, Doug might explain it, but yeah, I mean, still, you were really quick again this weekend. Just really unfortunate about the DNF, but still, P3 in the championship's been really good, and I hope you do as well in Zandvoort and Brazil next week.
right, thanks.
All right, goodbye. Thank you.
Right, cheers.
So, thank you everybody for tuning in. That has been your race this evening. Won by Emu in the end with brilliant strategy, but Mars has gained on Jay Morris in the championship. So, join us next week for Zandvoort, where the championship is not over. But that is all from me, but it isn't all from Hyperdrive. Make sure to join Emu at the same time for Div 1 tomorrow, where I, myself, may be able to clinch for championship myself. So thank you everybody for watching tonight's race, and I will see you next week for Zandvoort. Goodbye everyone, thank you for watching.